They are using it for laundry, sterilization, and postnatal application. So, like in this room now, we have where I'm standing different from the land may differ from that place. So, wherever you want to plant the system, just give me the Lord give it a life from that place. Then in my home, I can simulate it. I can get all the parameters for the development of the system. The software constants that is used in Asia.
Thank you. Now, while you are there, move on straight to Sunday, Monday, because are you here? Then Iboro Paul S. Akwa Ibom. We move to Christian Basi Edet, Akwa Ibom State also. Then Anambra, Jennifer Uche Chukwu Obiora, according to the please come forward. Owura Josiah Ekene, also from Anambra.
In July 2024, during one of our outreaches at Karamajiji Ibuka, I witnessed Sumaya cooking with firewood, and her eyes were red and swollen. When I inquired, she narrated how difficult it was to trek for several miles to get firewood while leaving her child to the care of. This scenario was relatable to me because for the past 10 years, I've been suffering from eye problem due to cooking with firewood. But it's the cause of death in Nigeria, apart from HIV. But fear no more. Today, it's here to provide this. We are a waste management company that is established in Anambra, and we also have projects in Abuja. We chose the Kalmajiji community because we've had experience and the materials, the waste are there. What we're developing is a clean cooking, whereby we recycle metals and aluminum into stoves, and then we use organic waste to make our cooking fuel, which is the briquettes. With the cooking fuel and the clean cooking stove, we are reducing indoor air pollution by at least 50% in our target communities. Our product is very affordable compared to what is out there in the market. A kg of gas is 1,300. Gas cylinder is 5,000. But our solution here, you can get it for just 10,000 naira. And the briquette is 1,000 naira per kg, which has 10 days. We are getting opportunities for at least 10 women, including persons with disabilities. We are trying to create an inclusive model whereby waste is not into opportunities. We are also creating jobs for 100 waste workers. Our aim is that with your support, we are going to establish more and more into all states across Anambra State. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Owura Josiah Ekene from Anambra. If you are watching from Anambra, please come forward. Please come forward. Zakaria Shehu Usman from Bauchi, please come forward. Sadiq Yunusa Hassan from Bauchi also, please come forward. We have Yolo Bokomo Smith from Elsa, please come forward.
Good evening. Founder of Green. What is Green? Green is high powers Nigeria currently faces a couple of challenges. One of our challenges is environmental pollution. So currently from data, we generate around 1 billion tons of waste every year. Most of this waste are being thrown to the landfill, which brings a lot of environmental concerns. We are also faced with the problem of energy access. So we have over 8 million Nigerians who currently have access to constant people in high rise areas not able to have access to electricity constantly. So these problems exist, and the solutions that exist for most people are very expensive. What are the solutions? One of the solutions that exist is people going to buy solar solutions. And we all know currently that to install the cheapest solar for a home, you spend close to, should I say, over ₦1 million per day. Now, the other alternative is going fossil fuel, which is you burn fuel for your generators. You know also that generators, buying fuel now is buying gold. So imagine burning fuel all the night and you are not even getting, you are wasting so much money. That is why radio comes. Now we use the circular economy to create solar solutions. These solutions are very cheap and accessible, and we also have the idea that enables users to be able to monitor what they are consuming or how their system is being run. It also means that a lot of people who are using our solutions are able to solve their energy needs. For example, we have a couple of people using and even in the east and the west, and one thing that they found out is that their usage over a month is able to cover the cost of entire solutions. Why? Because of the increase in power. Buying consequences and investments. So, in bringing solutions, able to solve energy and also to solve the issue when it comes to environmental pollution. Thank you.
So, raising it to Naomi from Anambra.
Thank you. Okay, CTO LS. So some of us will be asking, what is this? Basically, it sells fish. Whenever it's not selling fish, what it does is it looks for a good group where they store leftovers. And this problem has been a problem that also affects people that sell it, people that also have like the pharmacists as well. Because they need to solve the issue in an environment, school. But if you look at it, time spent more. And also, people also who are in the health sector, they find issues that are falling with conventional means of study because it is expensive. It consumes energy, it increases our environment. But to help him out, we got a solution called cookies here. So what it does, this is basically a refrigeration system that powers itself. So how does it do that? So we are trying to solve the problem of post-harvest losses with access to medical cost of conventional cooling system. But this system can help solve all this through the means of a better power generation. So for people who sell the market like that guy we saw, what he does, if you buy our system as you arrive to the market, what it does is it converts mechanical energy into electrical energy that powers something like this. As small as this is, it can power your refrigeration system.
So we are trying to talk to solve cooling system deficiency. We are also trying to help the people small farms after harvest all from the point they harvest and then take the market or store. You find out that they lose like 40% harvest. But with these products, then all the problems that they face will be handled. So we are trying to bring it in such a way that everybody can afford it. That is why our mode of settling it is a lease to own. So we are many. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to call on Zachariah Sheikh Usman. Please come forward from Bauchi. Thank you, Minister Hassan from Bauchi. Please come forward. Your Bukumo Smith from my side. Please come forward. Dr. Bunaki Richard Jaffet from that. Please come forward. TB Tessie and Thaddeus. Now I'm calling on Bauchi.
Good day, everyone. I'm Umar Akilogan, the founder of NextGEN, a product of Green Tech Visionary Engineering. I'm excited to introduce you to the innovation. Let me take you through on how Nigeria farm management system helps to solve critical challenges faced by farmers. Start by asking the following questions. Why are so many Nigerian farmers still struggling with low yield? Why is post-harvest losses high as 40%? And why are so many farmers
The proposed solution a new type of vaccine made from banana. This vaccine gene will replace in banana using biotechnology. This banana will produce the vaccine protein. When a child eats the banana, the body will recognize the protein and build protection. This method does not need injection or storage. Why banana? There is other several incoming vaccine like tomato vaccine, tobacco vaccine, rice vaccine. Why we choose banana? Banana is selected as a barrier vaccine carrier because it is most commonly eaten in Nigeria. It is so easily for child to do. It does not require cooking, so the vaccine stay active. Unlike the tomato vaccine. The tomato vaccine it requires to be cooked because we cannot take tomato in a raw form. So during the pressure of this cooking the okay. Okay. Banana vaccine is a new innovation that will ameliorate the issue of
Thank you very much, Mr. Sadiq. Um, from Bielsa, Yolo Bakomo Smith. In line, we have Obaseki Afoke Patrick, also Dr. Bunakiye Richard Jaffet from Bielsa, Benue Timbe Thaddeus from Benue. We have Abana Namdi standing from Benue also. Abana Namdi. We have Bernu Zara Tijani Mohammed. Please, if your names are being called, please can you come forward?
Hello, good day. My name is William Smith. I'm here to teach my innovation of waste, the GIS-based waste management system. We all agree improper waste management is a huge problem. This is because less than 14% of this waste are cleaned. The rest of them go into drainages, our seas, our ocean, our water bodies, and they form a breeding ground for vector-borne diseases like malaria. It's a huge problem. That's what we do. Next, please. GeoWaste. So it uses open modular systems applications and a machine-based learning framework to optimize waste collection. Please, next slide. Now, we did a pilot of this in my scatter stay in Angola. So at my far right, you can see the waste distribution or bin distribution in Yanagua, how haphazard it is. Now we now apply this to using the Google Map and Google Earth, of course, to do the mapping and the zoning. And this is what we came up with. Next slide. So after optimization, we improved from 9 with wet bins to 21 and 8 dry bins to 22 in just 1 hour of collection. Next. So an integral part of our innovation is geotagging, which is lacking in waste management, which is engaging the populace, the citizens, into this process. So a citizen can see an illegal waste dump site, snap it, send it to the system. In real time, the data will be used for optimization and improving collection. Next. So our solution is tiered towards or three tiers of government and the private sector. So it's open source and free to all to use. So what's the impact? The benefits are enormous. One of which is to reduce being overflowing, of course. Then of course, reduce the incidence of clogged drainages and flooding, which is the key problem of waste management. And of course, optimize the pickup time and increase efficiency by about half the usual time. Next, please. So of course, we have cleaner cities, we have reduced vector-borne disease, and of course, reduce water underground water, which is least talked about. And of course, we address HG 6, 11, 12. So it's a modular component, it's free, open to all, and of course, you can use it and adapt it to all the states of Nigeria. So it's a solution made for Nigeria. Next. So this is my team. Next. And please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yolo Bakumo Smith. Thank you. I will call back Umar Rabiu Yoyakinome from Bauchi State. I'm sure the slides are now showing.
Yes, sir. So these are the key questions. Why are many Nigerian farmers still struggling with low yields? Why are post-harvest losses still as high as 40% in some cases? Why are so many farmers cut off from access to market, finance, and technology? The problem is clear: lack of proper farm data, limited access to expert advice, minimal use of technology like AI, IoT, and satellite data, no centralized system to help farmers manage and grow their agri-businesses. That's when Nigeria Farm Management System comes in. Nigeria Farm Management System is a smart digital platform designed to make farming simple, data-driven, and profitable with the following features: farm registration and mapping using GPS and satellite data, input calculator, tax scheduling and reminders for planting, fertilization, and irrigation, AI-based soil testing and crop health analysis, AI and IoT integrated management support with early warning alert, market insight and pricing tracking, financial record and inventory tools, access to extension services and expert consultations, and post-harvest and logistics planning. Next. Our target users. Nigeria Farm is built for everyone in the agri ecosystem, such as smallholder and medium-scale farmers, cooperatives and farmer cluster, extension officers and government ADPs, input dealers, agri-tech startups, and NGO. Why Nigeria Farm stands out? Here's why Nigeria Farm is both impactful and feasible. Built for Nigeria, simply UI, local languages and adaptable to real realities. Affordable, modular, pay per future model for different user types. Scalable, designed for both individual and group adoption, including cooperative, technologically sound, is backed by IoT and cloud, sustainable, trained and support local extension agent. It doesn't require large investment. Just a phone, you can be able to operate it. So the expected is measurable and transformative. Yield increase of 30% through better planning and advice. Reduction in post-harvest losses by 20 to 25% through monitoring aligned with national and global development goals, including Nigeria's digital strategy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'll call the following presenters order. So please, you come close to where ICT is, so we have your slides well documented. So this order, I'll call the first five. Obaseki, Tricky, just be on standby. I'm going to invite you now. Are you here? Japheth, okay. TP, Thaddeus, good. And then we have Abana Namdi. Abana Namdi here. And then again from Benue State, Abana. Okay, it's a mistake. So from Borno, let's have Zara on standby. So in this order, I'll call the next five and then we go in that progression. So Obaseki, the time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, judges. My name is Sabibi, AI career assistant, young entrepreneurs. The problem now, 65% of our Nigerian students lack them for after graduation, and then post research, resume writing, they lack medium. So stack savvy
use an AI to generate builder for them, and then also give them give them the temper and other AI tools that have been generated by Stacks. Is also an AI bot that was generated to develop forms for concrete those young entrepreneurs and undergraduates. Also, builders. They are also here to help young nation, which is the ones in secondary school, make them went for ourselves that just graduated from school. Where I was in school, it was really hard for me to do some project writing, but when I got to learn about AI, it was easier to teach that. Thank you very much.
Okay, Dr. Aki Richard Jaffet, Team B, be on standby.
On existing protocols. I am from Bayelsa State and I'm a software engineer. And of course, Bayelsa, we realize there's a lot of claims and counterclaims. The moment there is a spill, whenever spill occurs, communities' problem with restiveness is always occurring by the day. So we have come up with a software to the federal government to see how claims and these troubles can be minimized or stopped. So what we did was that we took parameters, local parameters, and of course, we want to talk about local parameters across the entire globe, look at the workable parameters to come with a software that can actually explain what happens when there is a spill. And then after that, it knows what is going on. It's going to be able to tell the community, look, do not come and clean excessively. This is where the spill has actually occurred. Don't say that it has killed all the fishes in the river. So we have to do that. And of course, NOCs and NOCs too, like a basic technical national limited, we have tested it. They brought the engineers offshore. We're able to do all of it. You can see the video going on. Whenever anything happens, we connect in such a way that the map is going to model the exact positions. So nobody is coming to claim anything. And of course, we are linked with the federal agencies like NOTRA. They have to get the spill record, and we have also done all that. You can see the forms going on. When we are consulted, like Renaissance is trying to consult us too, NCDMB is also interested. They have given us some funding to build it to this extent. And then when we are after this stage, we are trying to integrate it to ensure that it becomes the global software. So Nigeria too can at least export software in the oil and gas industry that the whole world can use. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So let's now have from Benue State, Thaddeus TB.
Imagine operating a business. That is the story of our team is to operate a local business, but a local restaurant. Our business failed in 2023 due to high cost of energy. Last year, my mother stepped down from the use of cooking gas to the use of charcoal just because of high cost of energy. Unfortunately, this problem is not affecting our family. We have about 9 million businesses and about 9 businesses and 700 businesses and about 9 million households who rely on LPG for cooking. To solve this problem, we developed a system that helps food businesses and households produce their own cooking fuel right in their kitchen, just by using solar and water. An average food business in Nigeria spends about 50,000 naira on cooking fuel in a month. With our system, about 80% of us save their money. And that will take them, and they can actually use the system for up to 15 years. That is the expected minimum lifespan of the system. One unit of ideologies cost about 400,000 naira to build, and it's expected to be sold for 500,000. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So quickly again from Benue State, Apana Namdi, So after that, from Borono, we have Zara Tijani Mohammed. Are you here? Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juliet Brown, representing Freedom Technology. Currently, it is a known knowledge that energy storage is a major challenge in the globe. And bringing it down to Nigeria, we know that we have very, very limited power supply. And the alternative we have, which are fossil fuel generated sources of electricity, are not reliable and they are very expensive. And when we want to tilt towards solar energies, we see that during the rainy season we also face challenges because we have limited sunlight. So we experience slow charging, chemical degradation, short lifespan, and these limitations are not just technical, they are environmental, they are economical, and they are social challenges affecting billions of people and stalling us towards the future of energy generation. Here we bring to you Infinity Energy Battery, which is self-sustaining, it is self-charging, and it resuscitates itself during deep discharge. Our team has engineered materials at the nano scale, combining magnesium, alum crystals, which are basic materials that you can get, and which serves as the graphene to produce electrical charges. This impact is far reaching because we are talking consumer electronics like phones, laptops, and wearables that will never need charging. In electric vehicles, we are talking electric vehicles that will have zero reliance on charging stations. In medicine, we are talking implants that will require no surgery. In disaster zones, where it's very hard to get electricity, when we take this invention to those places, it will power the infrastructures in those areas. And when we come to space and defense, it powers long-term missions and autonomous equipment without failure. These things are climate friendly because all the material used are not chemicals, so they are you don't have any problem of chemical explosion, chemical degradation, and it's self-sustaining. We need sustainable energy that will not need to be buying the materials over and over again. These things they last forever. Yes, once it's created, it charges itself, so you don't need to charge it with any external electrical source. It resuscitates itself. Once you are using it, as you are using it, it's recharging. When you stop using it, it's recharging. This is the first prototype, and it has been in the lab for over 3 months. You can leave this light like this, come back in 3 days. When you leave this, you come back in 3 months. It is like this. You don't have to turn up to save energy because most times at home, especially with our recent meter, well, I present to you the future of electricity on a global scale. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So Borono to speak on health technology, we have Zara Tijani Mohammed. Is she ready? Okay, I think she's not set. Okay, let me call the next 5 persons that will be speaking after now to be on standby. Cross River State, we have Obin Jeffrey Oban. Cross River State again. Are you here, Oban? Jeffrey. Jeffrey, are you here? Please make a sound so I know. So also from Cross River State, Babson Ajibade. Babson Ajibade, are you here? Are you here? Okay, good. And then also Victory Basti, Cross River State. Victory Basti, Cross River State. So we have those 3 from Cross River State ready. Borono Zara Tijani Mohammed. Are you the one? Your two, but your name is not captured here for Borono State. Okay, we have Seidu. Okay, Seidu Karimu, you are presenting now. Seidu, have you given them your system? You don't need one. Fantastic. So after Seidu, we'll take Obin, and then we'll take Babson, we'll take Victory Basi, and then Delta State will take George Tiagwenu. So please, timekeeper, let's go on Borono State.
Mr. Speaker, judges, and colleagues, good afternoon. I want to talk about dumping materials. Dumping waste materials can cause diseases and fraud. our houses. So we have to look for the solution. How can we prevent it? I know many people for a long time have been looking for a solution of transporting waste materials from their houses, institutions, where they are supposed to do. I have created or invented a technology which is this. This technology is called IGAP. In another word, it is a pilotless waste product transporter. It transports waste products from our houses, institutions to jungles or where people are not living. So this technology, it carries 4 drones, which it lifts it from ground to the air, and it has 4 stands which is supporting it. If we develop this type of technology, it helps us transport our waste products to where they are supposed to dump. Now, as you can see it here, I have made the prototype of it. It is used by an individual. Everybody can use it because if we adopt this technology, it is going to give us free uh, environment. Diseases are caused by dump materials, and sometimes it causes fights between neighbors because if you dump waste materials for a long time without transporting it, and a wind or water can again transport it from where it was dumped to another house or institutions. So now I have brought a technology which it can be used for a future generation. Uh, and I want to tell the audience here that this one is made for general public, institutions, households, and everybody can use this one.
All right, thank you very much. So before we move on, we have here representing the executive governor of Jigawa State. Himself is the special advisor to the governor on technology and innovation. Please join me as I welcome Mr. Habib Aminu Kani. Please stand for recognition, sir. You're highly welcome. I'm also honored to have you. Thank you very much. Okay, moving on, we go to Cross River State. Ubin Jeffrey, please, are you ready? Your time starts now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Obin Jeffrey from Crossroads. What we have on our screen today is a care structure, a mental health care. According to statistics released by the World Health Organization, it says that 1 in 8 suffer from one mental health condition or another. That is to say, if you count amongst yourselves, 8%, 1% suffer from one mental health condition, another mental health condition. I know it is funny. And this mental health condition we are talking about is not one that keeps you in psychiatric homes. We are talking about mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, and stress. Now, you might be thinking as Africans, how does this impact us? Statistics also shows that mental health conditions such as depression, like I said, has caused low productivity, leading the world to lose 1 trillion US dollars annually. Question now is, are there solutions to solve this? Yes, but how effective are they? That is why we created DEPIT. DEPIT is a transformative mental health solution that seeks to address the growing mental health concerns in the world. What we did was we conducted a competitive analysis of our competitors. like Better Help and some other competitions, and we saw where they were lacking. That is what helped us to build our key strengths. Also, we conducted a survey and we were able to find out that current existing solutions lacked empathy, care, and yes, I understand technology, but they were AI, and we all know for sure that AI is not empathetic. This made users of these platforms either stop using them or completely stop using them. Created debit to filling where existing solutions lost out. Now let's look at the innovative features of our digital transformative mental health solution. We have self-help materials. For the self-help materials, our users can take cognitive behavioral tests personally on their own to detect or know how bad or good their mental health is. We also have mindfulness based tests. Now, how do we intend to take this our innovation to the market? We also studied our competitions and saw how they did market activation. We are also introducing that same way into our innovation. Now, our innovation is a subscription based innovation where you subscribe to either of the three plans. Okay, let me round up. I'm also calling on investors to look into mental health. Now, you're not just investing with your money. Thank you very much. Thank you. I will be.
Okay, please just ensure you stick to 3 minutes and avoid all the preambles and go straight to the nitty-gritty of the presentation. Okay, also from Cross River State, Babson Ajibade, while Victory Basi should be on standby.
Good afternoon. My name is Babs. My innovation is called BMV6 medical ventilator. A medical ventilator is an equipment used in a hospital to help patients breathe in oxygen. The whole of Africa has a severe deficit of medical ventilators, and my solution is to help Africa. There are certain critical components in my ventilator. Now, the first one, unlike all medical ventilators in the globe made from the West and the world, they ventilate only one patient at a time. But my ventilator ventilates six persons simultaneously. Then the second point is that all other ventilators from abroad, they are made to be used in foreign languages, English, German, French, and so on. This one, I designed it for Nigerian languages, Hausa, Yoruba, Pidgin English. So it means that any medical professional, whether in Lagos, Calabar, Sokoto, Maiduguri, can operate it in his or her languages. Then the other thing is that I know that the power system in Nigeria is also good. So there's a backup. The backup in the can last up to 3 hours of use. And the machine is also designed based on 24 volts, taking very little power, and in fact can connect straight to solar. So even in the geo where there is no NEPA, can still help patients to breathe. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Babson Ajibade from Cross River State. Now, Victory Basi, also from Cross River State. George Taiguno, Delta State, be on standby.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. My name is Victor Basi from the State, and I'm here to present to you Singventory. Please, page 3. Now, the next page, please. When people hear about an inventory solution, what they think about is e-store, e-commerce, or store. But inventory, the next page, please. Inventory for us is beyond that industry. How we have built our product is going to cover all industries from pharmaceutical and health, education, retail, every industry that manages products, our tool is meant to assist them. Now, a research in 2022 carried out by Smidan and NBS showed that 80% of business fail in the first 5 years. That means, sadly, every business that had come before me and business after me, as long as you're a physical product business, you are likely to fail 8 out of 10 times. How do we solve that? That is what Syncventory solves. Number one, we discovered that the previous page, please. Number one, we discovered that many businesses or organizations, as long as they are managing products, they face the challenge of reconciling the records of the products or the assets they have, whether they are selling it or not, or it's asking for their internal operations. So one of the things our tool does is it enables you have a platform that you can have an overview of your products, whether you have just one store or another store. I believe each and every one of us, you have gone to a place, store or an organization, and you needed something and they told you it is out of stock. Check our next location. You go there and they still don't have it. What our tool does, one of the unique features of our tool is when you go to store A, that same brand, and you need a product that is out of stock, right there in our tool, they can search and find which of their exact branches have it and direct you appropriately. So it saves you time and it also helps the organization get more revenue. The next slide, please. Also, if you're having so real time syncing across all sales channels as well. Many businesses in Nigeria, they want to sell to the global markets through Amazon shops. What our tool does is it helps you integrate all those platforms, everything in one part of product, and you don't know. Say, okay, when this product is 20 number left, keep off and stop. Our solution, like we said, helps every industry, pharmaceutical, health, education, retail, as long as physical products in Nigeria and globally. This is the tool that will help you manage it effectively so your sales increases and your inventory doesn't get missing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Victory, Pastor across River State. So please, whenever you hear that sound from the microphone from the timekeeper, what it indicates is you have 30 seconds to go. So don't wait until the bell goes before you stop. So from Delta States, we have John. Delta State, Joseph, and then we'll take George, Latif. Are those three ready? In this order: George, Joseph, and Georgia. Are they all here? Okay, the first George, please step forward before we go to the point state. You're Joseph? Okay, what about George? George Taiberu. Okay, he's absent. So let's now have Joseph Edisime. Edisemi. Fantastic. Uzi. Thank you.
Good day, everybody. Sorry, I promise I won't waste your time. I'll start with the quote. Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. But as you can see, education alone is not enough. With the high rate of unemployment in the land, as a matter of fact, to interest you to know that Nigeria produces 600,000 graduates annually who have invested in academic research, wasted ideas. And research basically is to solve a problem. It is not just to contribute to knowledge. What problem? After defining what next? We have developed a solution that is going to help students commercialize their academic findings. It is not just to contribute to the body of knowledge and go to NYC, say I'm a graduate. No, there's no job out there for you. Project Launchpad is an all-in-one solution that helps you convert that idea, that research topic, into viable products or service. Even if it's toothpick you want to manufacture, at least there's a market for it. We will guide you through a digital accelerator program whereby even if you don't have an idea, we'll generate ideas for you based on your SWOT analysis, what you are passionate about. While we're developing the solution, we met some students. If you were to commercialize your current MSc or your whatever you're studying, if you were to go into a business venture, what would that be? They say they don't know, they are not into the entrepreneurship. No problem. Project Launchpad will help you. We will generate ideas for you, ideas that has policy backbone, because most of the time you have a big idea and go to the market, there's no policy for you to fly. So Project Launchpad is an all-in-one solution that gives you mentorship, funding opportunity, and go-to-market strategy. Project Launchpad is a dream for every Nigerian graduate from the University Polytechnic of Education. We bring you closer to your dreams and aspirations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, George. So let's have Joseph in this semi. Let's now have Georgia, absent or present. We move on. Ebonyi State, Chukwu became Fortune Informer. Are you here? Please, while you are getting set, also let's have Edem Amechi from Ebonyi State, and then Ukiye Chigozie Collins, these three from Ebonyi State. I called George Motif, Georgia. Okay, so after George, we'll take Chubiki. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is George Otive, Georgia. I'm founder of Autotive Engineering and Innovation. We have a solution for you today: smart attendance system, smart ID cards. So basically, what our system works on is we've identified some problems in schools and in other organizations that a lot of the data from students, a lot of these schools they keep them on paper. So with our smart ID card, for example, you student data will be captured, and for example, when students want to sign in into classrooms or they want to mark attendance, they just display their ID card in front of an hardware that will be developed, and the attendance will be taken, and the accurate time will be taken. All right. Then different sectors. Please go to the next slide. All right. The previous something I was talking about for other uh, data collection. For example, a lot of the ID cards that school uses these days, they don't really, they are not smart enough. So anybody could pick up your ID, could clone your ID card and go do something with your name. Right? So that's for the issue of impersonation. There's inefficiency. For example, when students or staff want to take attendance, they have to queue up for them to be able to take attendance. Then there is lack of real-time data, but our system is going to give you a solution to real-time data, the time you signed in, and all of that. All right, so our first prototype registers and logs students' attendance automatically, and it's an RFID card-based system. And the good thing is that the data is also logged in to the cloud automatically once you sign in. All right, next slide. All right, so this is our system architecture. We have the RFID card, the reader, the microcontroller, and then data to class storage. Next slide. Okay, these are the hardwares we made use of. The softwares, we have Arduino, Flutterflow for our app development, and Firebase for our cloud. Next slide. All right, so our system is scalable. The first prototype we designed is for only student attendance or staff attendance, but the system is scalable in such a way we can actually use it for medical history. We can use just an ID card, just one card, can actually serve as for your medical history. Everything will be captured inside the card. We can use it for STEM. We can use it for access control. Even as far as your driver's license, the current driver's license being issued today is not so smart. But with our smart ID card systems, you can get a driver's license that is smart enough. Even when the road safety officer wants to check the validity of your card, it doesn't need to take so many information. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ebony. We have Chukwu Wakefield former. Thereafter, we have Indem Amici, also from Ebonyi State, and then K. Collins in that order. Thank you.
Good afternoon, journalists. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chukwubike Fortune from Ebonyi State. I'm the team lead for Zoe's Telehealth Services, the digital health platform. So, as healthcare, we know healthcare is one of the basic needs we have as individuals, including all other basic needs of life. You have food, you have shelter, you have food. But there are certain areas in the country where people have limited access to healthcare. Now, that is what ZOT is trying to address. We are trying to create a bridge or bridge the gap between healthcare service providers and people in these areas that cannot access this healthcare. So we are a digital healthcare platform committed to revolutionizing healthcare through access and virtual consultations and services. We want people to stay from the comfort of their homes or irrespective of the distance, irrespective of internet connection, and you can actually have access to healthcare and access to specialists, healthcare specialists. So for any innovation to actually have a success, there are strategic solutions we provided to settle problems that Zolt noted. And the first issue I'm going to be noting is the underdevelopment of healthcare infrastructures, especially in rural and semi-urban areas. So Zolt is coming to bridge this gap by actually creating a service where you can stay from the comfort of your homes or irrespective of the distance, and you can have access to healthcare or doctors or specialists by virtual consultation or through chat or through the video calls. And even people that have limited access to internet services, you can also use our USSD code. And also we have the problem of health workers in relation to the doctor-patient ratio. According to WHO, the normal doctor-patient ratio is supposed to be 1 to 600, but due to the DAPA syndrome and many other issues the country is facing today, we have had that ratio hit 1 is to 4,000, which is an overburden and overwhelming the health service providers in the hospital. So ZOT is coming to bridge this gap so that only in cases of emergency or cases that need critical attention that can be going to the hospitals, while those that do not need that immediate attention can seek these services from the comfort of their homes. On my way here today, I tuned into the radio and I heard how people complaining about the death of their relative due to an overwhelming and over beds or access to health access to healthcare professionals attending to. That is another issue that Zolt is also trying to contain. We want to create a situation whereby only emergent cases going to be attended to the hospital. Now we are going to have strategic collaboration with pharmacies and also health workers. This is our app, and our app is we have a prototype for the app, and that's the link to the app to how the system is already working. We want to bridge the gap and create easy access for healthcare to people that cannot access this from the convenience of their homes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The next to speak will be Eden Amechi Theophilus. Are you here? Amechi Theophilus. Are you here? Okay, we move on. Okay, Collins. Are you here? Okay, Collins. Are you here? So we move on now to Edo State. We have three um, innovators from Edo State. The first is Bakiji. Edo, okay, no one from Edo is here. Okay, good. So let's go to Ekiti. So please, if you are from Edo, please, are the three Edo, the first from Edo is Ogenero Moswa, but there's Oge. So, and then there's Bakeji. That's Oge, Bakeji. The second one is Ugogide Gabriela. Are you Gabriela? The three from Edo State, please don't step forward if you are complete. And the last from Edo State is Josiah David. Josiah David, are you here? Are you doing change of names there? Or who is okay? Are you okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk about change. The type of change where stop tolerating broken systems where results cancel without knowing who cheated. Systems where brilliance is
More often than not, we are not able to pinpoint who made these problems. So a lot of innocent students are punished alongside the guilty ones, and then these assessment bodies lose credibility because they're not able to pinpoint those who cheated. And in rural Africa, due to this side divide, fair assessment is almost impossible. But that is why we have Ruler Edge. In next generation, digital assessment hardware that ensures accessibility and integrity include AI proctoring, scoring, built-in face detection, offline modes, and so on.
An interface that permits admin to assign exams that are secured across 3 steps, and also for candidates to take assigned exam in just 2 steps. Now, this interface is integrated with what AI behavioral predictory, which studies the behaviors of candidates during it takes this candidate behavior and rates it against a benchmark to create what we call the integrity score. Imagine a world where each exam that you take don't only give you academic results but also integrity scores.
So what makes Euler Edge unique? First of all, other platforms access, but no one protects integrity like Euler Edge. With our integrity score, you're able to get a measurable value of how well you keep to the exam tenant. And also, built-in failure detection, no one else can take the exam for you. Our offline model ensures accessibility, and most especially, we are indigenous, a solution built for Africans and by Africans. We are the team behind Euler Edge, and we are a group of researchers, innovators, and entrepreneurs. While Euler Edge is still a software in incubation, our future is bold, and over the next 2 years, we looking to integrate our full feature decentralized technology for better authenticity and something called hardware, a reimagined assessment hardware that makes it possible for rural accessibility. We are the packages, and the truth is that you cannot change education without changing the way it is evaluated. We have made the foundation, and with your help, we can scale it. The future is now, and the beginning is still ahead.
Thank you very much. Gabriela, please step forward. Josiah David, be on standby.
Good day, panelists, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. So I'll start by asking a question. Please let me quickly interact. How many of us use gas cylinders in our homes? And how many of us have heard of gas explosions? One last question. How many of us are afraid of death caused by gas explosions? Now that is the innovation we are bringing. It is called the automated gas leakage detector. We have heard of different stories that have caused deaths, loss of life, loss of property. It is numerous even to this day. The solution we are bringing is the device that gives you early detection of this leak to prevent such explosions. Yes, how does it work? How does our system work? It has a sensor which detects gas, and at the same time it shuts down electricity to avoid explosion. No electricity cause explosion. And at the same time, we have an app which you can use to know whether there is a leak in your home. I just received a message. We show you soon after this talk. And at the same time, we also have a regulatory system in that app. It tells you the amount of gas leak that has been brought out of the cylinder. Now, anywhere you are in the world, you can use this device. So you can remotely control and monitor it. Yes, this is exactly how it works there on the screen. Now we know about light issue. That's why our device also has a battery, meaning when there's no light in your home, it works with our battery system. Here it's going to show and demonstrate how it works with our battery system. At the same time, it has an alarm. If you are in your home, you hear a loud alarm ringing. You go and see the LCD display telling you that there is gas leak. When you are ventilated, the LCD display tells you still that the gas is removing little by little. Once it's safe, the LCD tells you it is safe and your mind can actually calm down. Imagine you bought something like a new Gucci mix and it exploded and you're like, how could I have prevented it? A lot of people what that explosion. So let me just wrap it up. This device is safe, essential, and very effective. I would like to say it is an essential need to home, industries, and the world at large. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now have Josiah David. Josiah absent. Okay, Ekiti State. The three from Ekiti State, if you're here, please move forward. Otherwise, we move on. Do we have anybody from Ekiti State? Matthew Ademola, absent. Okay, Bambi Babajide Gideon. also Ekiti State, and then Ayola Temitayo, Ekiti State. So please, if they are outside, I don't know, help inform them when we go past the names, we may not go back to them again. So we move to Enugu State. The three participants for Enugu State, I expect that as young men, you would have moved down to where you need to be at this point. Samuel Naji is the first, and then Eze Joel Chukwudi, you are next, and then Wanzi Chukwemeka Nelson, you are the third. So we have the first person. I said this earlier, you drop your device and then get set to prepare to present. Samuel, afterwards, Eze, and then Wanzi before we go to the state.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Enugu State, and I'm pitching mobile healthcare initiative. All right. So it's a story. This is a story of Amina, a 32-year-old lady in a village who developed symptoms of a certain disorder which she didn't have any idea about, and the local healthcare system there couldn't manage it, and so an issue of distance, which is about 200 kilometers to get to the city. And as a rural trader, she couldn't afford that kind of amount to go there until over a month, and which it was already a late detection stage, and which caused her so much, and it was a tragedy. So this story is not just peculiar to Amina or Ada or Temi. At least one in five persons here has encountered a delay or inaccessibility to proper healthcare at one time or the other. This is a predicament that has affected a whole lot of Nigerians, millions of Nigerians. And that's why we're introducing the mobile healthcare initiative. The mobile healthcare initiative brings together artificial intelligence, telemedicine, and remote monitoring. Through our AI-enabled platform, people get to chat and get connected with a doctor which is appropriate to treat their particular situation. And once linked with the doctor, they get to engage and consult for them, and they get to be recommended to attend to visit one of the mobile healthcare systems nearest to them, which is a clinic in a van, which is for the clinic. It's a clinic but in a van, and with that, healthcare is brought more closer to the people in the rural areas, and it brings about empathetic care, is mobile accessibility. A lot of people have access to mobile. So even rural dwellers can have access to this, and also the telemedicine integration integrate technology and virtual consultations where we link patients to doctor through a network of doctors that we have, which is going to ease that stress of traveling over hundreds of kilometers to access healthcare. So the scale of the challenge in Africa is quite broad. Care system. Next, please. Next. Okay, so these are our integrated solution, telemedicine, and also mobile clinic. This is a prototype of the mobile clinic we're talking about, and then it's improved outcome through reduced cost, enhanced access, and better patient health. Next, please. Yeah, here's a prototype of a patient interacting with the doctor. Thank you so much.
Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's already 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m. and it's very obvious that we may not be able to assimilate in a few minutes from now. That's because hunger is also trying to tell us that it needs to be taken care of. So after 2 to 3 presentations, we'll go for lunch. At that time, I'll tell us how the arrangement for the lunch has been made. But now let me recognize the presence of the representative of the sole administrator of River State, the permanent secretary of River State, one of the ministries. This is Aleruchi Akani. So please put your hands for her. She is the permanent secretary in River State, and she's here ebulliently representing the sole administrator of River State. So let's go back to business. We just finished with Samuel Naji. Next will be Eze Joel, and then we take Wanze, and then we go to Gombe State. We take Abubakar. The last before we go for lunch will be Robert Austin. So I will set to Eze Joel. Eze Joel is not present. Okay, now Wanze Nelson. Eze is here. Look at that. Okay, while we try to get Eze sorted with the internet connection, can we now have a Wanze? Is Wanze ready? Do you have the slides? Wanze, are you here? Lift your hand, please. Wanze is not here. Okay, let's go to Gombe State. Abubakar, are you here? Abubakar. Bashir. Abubakar is not here from Gombe State. We have Robert Austin, also from Gombe State. Robert, are you here? You're Robert. So please, you're presenting now. When you're done, we'll go back to Asa Joel. That's believing that we would have been done with the internet connectivity. Otherwise, we suspend and go straight for lunch. So, who is set? Who is set now? That's Robert Austin. Okay, immediately after this, if we're not set with anyone else, we go for lunch. Thank you. Austin, we're lucky man, you're taking us to lunch.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, panelists. I'm excited to present to you Harvest Party, an AI-powered tech farming solution that helps small-scale farmers to be able to waste less, earn more, and build a sustainable structure in agriculture. Every year in Nigeria, we lose $90 billion to food loss. 70% of this is contributed to perishable crops like tomato and pepper. And as a result of this, it has strengthened the livelihood of small scale farmers and also increased the insecurity in food supply. These are the causes of it: insufficient post harvest handling, crop, poor crop management, limited access to the market, lack of information to climate change. These are the factors that affect them. Tomato rust actually 40% of tomato produced by every farmer produce 40% of it go to rust. And that is one of the reasons that contribute to their post harvest losses. Here is our solution. We introduce a solution to help farmers of tomatoes reduce losses with renewable energy using solar powered input, improve their crop yield, increase profit for farmers through the market, digital market that is being placed for them to be able to connect directly by avoiding market exploitation. This is a great reason why it is important because food loss has also experienced or constituted an economic losses, insufficiency in use of natural resources. What is our solution then? Harvest Paddy has actually introduced AI-powered yield harvest laws to enable customers to be able to plan well and to avoid losses. Our target market is smallholder farmers aging from 25 to 60, and they are in rural area. Primarily, the occupation is that of this. And we help these farmers actually harvest paddy. One of the solution is yield prediction. It helps farmers to plan well and reduce loss, integrated marketplace where they are able to connect. And it also gives them a personalized farming. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this lunch will be served on one condition that we all will be back to continue the remaining presentations. Do I have the assurance? Those in favor that will all come back after 15 minutes, say aye. Those who believe they will not come back, say nay.
I go look for trouble.
The eyes have it. Because I know what the DG and BTI can do in his capacity as DG. He could just declare dinner. So please don't be in a hurry to go. This is NBTI event. Anything can just happen. So now this is how we want this to go for orderliness, and so we can catch up with time and return in 15 minutes. In 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, please let's state how the dinner, sorry, the lunch will go. Thank you.
For the VIPs, judges, and MBTI management staffs, you will be led by Stefina Jibril, the acting director leader. She's on my left here, to the VIP lounge. So please, others be seated for now. Let the VIPs go out first. Then we'll tell you how it goes.
Okay, the DG MBTI will lead all dignitaries. We should be back 3:30. So for, of course, just be rest assured the meal is just the same. What we had to segment is for orderliness and to meet up with time. Now, table 1 is for all the innovators and Nigerian UK ALD committee members. So you go to stand 1, that's table 1 there. Please, table 1 members, let me see your hands up there. Those 7 table 1. Good. So now the innovators and Nigerian UK ALD committee members, that's where you go. Quickly, don't go quietly there. Then for NPTEI staff level 12 to 14, you go to service point 2. Service point 2, just adjacent service point 1. And then NPTI staff level 8 to 11, you go to point 3. Point 3 is just beside point 2. So point 3 members, you see a beautiful lady there with a black dress. That's point 3, NPTI staff 8 to 11. Then NPTI staff level 7 below, you go to point 4. That's point 4. That's point 4. Directly opposite this rostrum is point 4 for NPTI staff 7 below, point 4. Now for point 5, we have other special guests that have been invited that are not staff of NPTI. So you go to point 5. Point 5 is for our guests and other dignitaries who are not staff of NBTI. So please, NBTI staff, please maintain your rightful service points. Please, again, 12 to 14 table stand 2, 8 to 11, point 3, 7 below, point 4, non-MBTI staff, point 5. Please, let's adhere to these very simple directives for orderliness and effective coordination. So we'll be back at 3:30 to continue this program. Thank you very much for your very kind understanding.